Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, A Legacy of the Void. Today for your Sunday, it's going to be LAMBO versus Time here on Moondance. Top left going to be LAMBO, our German player. He's a yellow Zerg representing Team Shopify, and in the bottom right going to have Time, our Chinese Terran. So I kind of feel like these two players are evenly matched right now. Time has given Cyril and Raynor a hard time, but I don't think he's actually beaten them in the last couple of years. So, LAMBO is a very excellent Zerg player, not quite at the level of Cyril or Raynor in the European region, but he's technically very, very good, especially with his decision-making. And, a little bit of a pool first play here from LAMBO. Is that a 17 pool? Very interesting. Are we preparing for a double proxy Rax, or are we just going to do some Ling pressure? The only person who knows that is LAMBO. So 17 pool, 17 hatch, or 17 pool, 17 hatch. Checking for proxies are these overlords. And Reaper expand timing here from Time. It is impossible to do a time cast without doing a time pun. That's just how it is. I don't like puns, but Time makes it very, very difficult for me. So on this build, a detriment is that you're oversaturated before the extractor comes up. And only 2 on gas. Interesting. What are we looking at here today? Oh. SCV coming to see if the Lings are out, and they are, and he says, okay, Reaper, why don't you stay home, buddy? These guys are probably going to have speed pretty anytime soon here. This Reaper's name is simply Daisy. It's Daisy the Reaper, and the Reaper says, you know what, screw you. What if speed's not done? What if these are slow Lings I could just easily murder? And they are, so I don't think the Lings are going to be pressuring at all, because look, do we have 100 gas yet? No, we're not there yet. Oh, no, we got 3 on gas, maybe sometime soon. Then your third base comes in at 220. So yeah, this really just feels to me like a safe build to try to deal with early bunker stuff, because so many Terrans are doing that. LAMBO just reacted to it, perhaps overreacted to it. His economy is not going to be as good as it could be otherwise, but he was very safe from proxies. That is the truth. So Ling's getting out a little bit earlier can shut down bunkers. They can deal with slow Marines for sure with some Queen support here. Maybe a couple drones mixed in. It's so much harder to double proxy, double triple racks, or even quadruple racks a Zerg player if they went for Lings, like a pool first play of any kind. So that was a good play. Good job by LAMBO there. I mean, he didn't need it. It's just like, so again, it hurts him, but you know, better safe than sorry, I guess. That's how this would work. Daisy the Reaper cruising around, just trying to see what's what here. Trying not to take shots from Queens, because Reapers are squishy, man. Reapers don't like taking these hits at all. Alright, well, what are we doing? Any sign of a third base? No, Moondance does have this very safe third base, but it only, again, has 1 Vespene Geyser instead of the 2, and only 6 mineral patches instead of like the 8 or 9 that we get normally on these outer expansion locations. Like, I don't know, this one at random. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, yeah, beautiful. That is so many more minerals and so much more gas. But the trade-off is, this is safe. We know how this works. We've seen some games on Moondance already, haven't we, on the channel? So LAMBO's just really queening it up, which, you know, if you want to do against Terran. Having Queens deals with Hellions, it deals with battle cruisers. Having Queens also deals with smaller Marine attacks. If they decide to come up with, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 Marines or 6 Marines instead of, like, 20, then the Queens can handle that stuff if you have 4 to 5 to 6 Queens, right? Perfect. The math makes sense. A Widow Mine, a quick Widow Mine here from Time. I'm on board with this. Widow Mine's good unit, especially early on when there's a very, very tiny chance the Zerg player really has any detection at all. No spores are coming up here. We can't see those in the production tab. The lair's not even in production, so overseers are kind of far away here. Of course, if you want there to be permacloaked, you got to get an armory, which is not in production here either. So Widow Mine burrows in. Oh, wow! Big time shot up the ramp, and then it's like, I'm not permacloaked. Help me! Save me, medevac! Get me out of here! And no need to unload at all. Maybe a scan for this tumor would be cool. Killing this Overlord is pretty nice too, and does get that. Daisy the Reaper, Kitty 8 charge gets tossed down. Widow Mine, gets killed because it was burrowed. There's only a couple seconds left on that cooldown, but not enough. Not enough time to save it from the Zerglings there. So that kind of hurts. It's a little tiny weird push, right? I kind of like this. Because, yeah, Lambo's going to be prepared for a 7-minute push of some kind. 6:50 to 7:30, right? Something's going to try to kill him from the Terran player that way. That's the meta these days. But an attack that comes at 4.5 minutes is like, what? And it forces the Zerg player to make more lings than he wants to, and his economy is not as good as maybe he'd like it to be. He's on 3 bases, and he's got 50 workers, which is pretty darn good. Here at 5.5 minutes. Kind of slowed down his macro, but that's the whole idea. Is that Zerg, if they never get attacked, yeah, they'll be maxed out in 7 minutes flat, and they will come murderize you. But if you attack them before that point, slows them down, slows their economy down, slows their tech down, they have to make lings instead of drones, and then you're in a good position as a Terran or a Protoss, right? Right. 4th base coming in here from Lambo. No 3rd base. So I don't... Oh, there it is right here. In the wall. When Terrans do this, it always throws me off, because I'm like, there's obviously not a command center down here. That'd be dumb. I always look for it up here. Oh, and then he lifts, and the lings get in for a scout. Oh, and he lifts... Oh. Oh. He could have got in. I think he saw everything he needed to. Yeah, he saw everything. He saw that 3rd base, he saw the multiple racks and the 1 factory, and the 1 starport, and says, okay, whatever this is going to be, it's going to be a lot of Marines. Remember what I said about Marines and Queens? This is not enough Queens to handle this many Marines. They rhyme, especially if they have Stim and Medevac support. The Banelings are slow. Lings do cause some problems down here at the 3rd base of time, and they're going to maybe attack into those guys, not necessarily no. The Banelings do chase time away here. Time is very good at harassment. It's at his strength, is being everywhere at once, really forcing the Zerg player to pay attention in several places at the same time, which Cyril and Rainer can do. They will take damage from it, right? But in the end, their macro is good enough to handle it. Nice pick up there from Time, too. So yeah, Time, I don't know, definitely the best Chinese player, and has been for some time here, I gotta say. There it is! Time is the best player in China and has been for some time. Ha 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 ha! The word puns. That's so punny. Ugh. Creep spread down the left side here from Lambo. This one needs to renew these creep tumors here. He's got these ones. Just kidding. They're dead now, too. It's a pretty good pickup. He hasn't really lost anybody on the ground, I don't think. I mean, he's definitely lost some Marines. Where's my shift? There it is. 6 of them have gone down. Not the end of the world. Can we get more? Banelings get into the 3rd base and kill 2 SCVs. Not anything really life-changing at all. And Lambo expanding again. Oh, double expanding, taking his safe expansion in the back door here too. I like it. I like it very, very much. Oh, this group is not getting picked up, but reinforcements are coming in to save them. That was not a good trade from Lambo. Plus, he's only getting +1/+1 now, and +2/+2 is already on the way from Time, so major upgrade advantage for the Terran player. This is why I hate playing against Terran, because it's like, okay, I wiped out the first 2 attacks. Oh, they've got another 87 Marines and 2 siege tanks on this one, and I'm like, it's too much. It's too much. I like this, covering the tanks from the backside here, too. God, that's so good. That's so good. A lesser Terran player is just like, okay, tanks, you're in the back line, you cover this, and all the Marines are up here, and then the tanks get picked off because there's nothing covering them. But no, Time's too smart for that. He's too patient for it. Oh, no, Baneling speed is done. Okay, all right. Baneling speed is taking Marines, sucking their souls right out of their bodies here, as they are designed to do. That's a 15-kill siege tank. Both tanks had 15 kills. They're very dead now. And yeah, once you've got 1/1 on your Lings and Banelings, and you've got Queens, and you've got Baneling speed, you're going to be a pretty happy Zerg camper. So Lambo's doing okay. You know, he's not playing this incredibly perfectly, but that's okay. None of us here are. Lambo's on that, 2nd tier of European players. He's been around for a long time. He's very good. He's gotten a lot better over the years, too. I think really everyone who plays StarCraft has, for the most part. You can't play StarCraft this much and just not get better on some level. Are other people also getting better? Yeah. Are they kind of outpacing you, maybe? Maybe. But don't worry about that. Just worry about improving your own self. Oh, kill that SCV. Okay, so this group is all dead. And that 4th base is toast. It does get canceled, but Time's attacking up this right side. Again, the purple, hard to see how the purple creeps sometimes. Shopify TSL number 9. This group does get generally handled. I think that's a handle. Oh, this is bad. Okay, this is a bloodbath on both sides. Tank down, Marines down. Banelings catching these SCVs. They are injured, so extra hits, problematic, but this 5th base of Lambos gets wiped out here. It's 144 to 120 supply. Nobody has a massive lead here, but that's 26 SCVs that died during that attack. On the other side, losing the entire base is a problem for LAMBO for sure, but he's got reinforcements cruising in. These tanks are both dead. And then, recognizing there's not a Spire nor Hydras here, gonna unload what he's got remaining of these 2/2 Marines with medic support here. Gotta pick off a Queen. Gotta back into a corner. Nice target on that Baneling, but a full surround of Lings with 2/2. With Queen support, it's just not gonna work out for you here. So Time tries to eke out as much damage as he can. That's about it. He's going to pull back for now. He's rebuilding his 4th base. Here out in front, which isn't a really safe place for it, but I guess it's safer than building it here, if that's what you're worried about. So Ling, Bane, Queen here from LAMBO. No further tech from him. He's going for a hive, which indicates to me maybe he wants Los Ultralisks, which are a bad unit anymore. In StarCraft 2, do I still make them in my games? Yes. Do I lose more than I should? Probably. If I made a Lurkers, would I win more games? Yeah, likely. Do I like Lurkers as much as Ultras? No. It is a weakness and a failing I have as a StarCraft player. Thank you. Ooh, Drilling Claws coming in at 10 minutes. Interesting choice, I guess. Okay, this group's not happy campers. No. Wow, those guys got completely left behind. That's not what you want to see here. And once again, just Queens to deal with medevacs. So how many medevacs have died today? 0. So that's it. You don't have a Spire. You don't have a Hydralisk Den. 0 medevacs will die for the first 11 minutes of your TVZ. Guaranteed. It's the Falcon guarantee. Hit that like button, by the way, if you're enjoying this one. This has been a pretty good back and forth. I do like it when I'm able to find a matchup that's not exactly, you know, elite versus elite, but it's very well matched anyway. That's harder to do than I think it is sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, oh, yes, this will be a good match. Then one player raffle stomps the other one, and I'm like, ugh. Okay, well, this isn't going great. In this case, I think LAMBO is in a very good position, right? Although he did lose this base, and he has 82 workers, and the income tab is favoring him like crazy. Time's got a 4th base that's a pickup. That is a canceled upgrade and a pickup if I've ever seen one. Okay, there it is. And then LAMBO says, let's attack up a ramp into an entrenched Terran position. This never really goes well for Zergs when they try this, but nice. The Banelings decide to come in from the right side. Tanks firing on those Banelings as they retreat. Only 2 SCVs died there, and now LAMBO's at even supply with time. That was a bad choice. Like, honestly, if you're going to do an attack like this, you got to bring something to deal with the Liberators. You got to bring Blinding Cloud for the tanks. You got to bring maybe some Ultras or some Lurkers. Ling Bane alone, attacking into a position like this, where the army is sitting and perched, is not going to work out for you. It will never work out for you. That was a really ill-advised attack from LAMBO, but it kind of evened this game up, didn't it? That's nice. Yeah, it is going to be Ultras. Ultras and them little tiny eggs. How do they gestate in there? How do they morph from a tiny larva into a big Ultra when the egg is only this size? I feel like Ultralisk eggs could be like this big. And then that would tell the opponent what's building in those eggs, so they wouldn't say no to that. Right? I don't think they would. Man, I forget that they smalled up the Ultralisk footprint a little bit, didn't they? Look at this Ultralisk. How long is he going to live? Well, he's playing against Marines, so not bad, actually. Not too bad there. Kite is plating on the way. 3-3 coming in. Dude, LAMBO is my style of Zerg. I'm like, if they're air stuff, don't care. Something else can handle the air stuff. I'm going to go kill everything on the ground. This is where battle cruisers might actually be amazing from time, because LAMBO literally does not have anything that shoots up. He's got exactly 7 queens. It's like 2 BCs would just be unstoppably overpowered right here. There's ghosts out from time. The snipes on the Ultras are gonna be legendary. Wait for it, legendary. Any burrow research today? Nah, but burrow on a base like this is always really, really nice. Can't say no to it. I love the drops. You know anybody that uses drops? Well, except for Terran, because they use drops all the time. But using drops from the other races is smart and cool. And using drops from Terran is just like, if you're not dropping, are you playing Terran? And the answer sometimes is no. So LAMBO's like, okay, we got to time this. We got to time an attack here and here while we drop in the main base. You ready? I could see LAMBO's wheels turning right now. Yep. So he's going to come up the ramp here. He's going to attack into this position and this position. This position backs off. This position says, I think we can take down this planetary. Then, no, you actually can't. Guess what's also good against Ultras? A lot of things, but Liberators are on that list. Liberators, Marauders, Ghost, Tanks. If you're dealing with Ultras, you're struggling against Ultras in your own games, get those units, man. Ghosts, Tanks, Marauders, Liberators. They're good. This attack gets shoved back. The attack inside the main base, is some damage here. 13 SCVs have died overall. We're adding to that group as Lings get into the you thought you were safe back here base. Which you were not safe back here. Ghosts are pretty good against Lings. They don't do bonus damage versus Lings or anything. But they're just, the amount of damage that they do and the range that they can attack from makes them very good against Zerglings. Although this guy is still alive. Just kidding. He just got sniped by this Marine, I assume. So base, yeah, this is bad for time. I'm actually a little bit surprised we're here at 15 minutes. Again, I'm telling you that time is excellent at really giving it to Serral and Raynor when he plays against those guys. You'd think he would do a little bit better here against Lambo. I mean, the game's not over. Time is maxed out, and he's got a total of 4 bases, which is actually pretty fantastic. And if Lambo wants to keep kind of just zerging him over and over and over again here, sure he can. I don't know how effective it's going to be, but look, Viper's coming in, Pathogen Gland's coming in, a Nidus on the way. Here inside Times, again, supposedly safe base. But Nidus Worms, if you see them with any amount of time at all, they're pretty easy to kill. Remember when Nidus Worms were invulnerable when they were morphing? Have you been watching StarCraft 2 long enough to remember that? That was such a bad time to be anybody who Zerg is playing against, because there were so many Nidus Worms. And it's like, here's a Nidus, and you're like, die. And it's like, no, I will not die. And then it would pop every time. But I mean, I don't know. How much of a difference was it really? If you're on top of a Nidus Worm and it pops, and you just absolutely obliterate it immediately, what good does that do you exactly? I don't know. So yeah, once again, Lambo says, I'm going to attack upper ramp to an entrenched position. No, actually, I'm not going to do that. This Ultralisk, oh, just died, got sniped on the way out. I think he maybe had 2 kills. Did he pay for himself at all there? No, not even a little bit. This group of Marines really wants that hatch. Were they willing to give their lives for it? Probably not, actually. Another dead Ultra, certainly is. Certainly is that. Ultra's dead. 3 already have died. Have they, again, I get the feeling the Ultras have not paid for themselves, which is why they're bad. I don't remember whose stream it was a couple of months ago. The Pylon show, I think, might have done a tier list for StarCraft 2 units, and, like, they consider Ultras so bad that they weren't even tier F. They were, like, tier Z. Well, that group got wiped out. Lambo on the warpath a little bit with all of its fully upgraded cracklings. Like, you can't deal with us. Not at all. Too many of us here. Too many bases have I taken. He hasn't taken this one or this one. There's 2 bases available to him. I guess this one too, technically, but that's really on Time's side of the map, isn't it? But Time expands again. So is Time playing this right? He's going Thors. Is he? Oh, transformation servos. Maybe. Wait. Those Vipers that died. Oh, these are Queens that died. What are you doing out here, Queens? Queens, no! Queens, don't be here! Ah! Wow. Okay. Ow, hey, look who's getting Burrow. Nice. Look who's getting Burrow. This creep spread. Okay, this is turning into kind of like a Maru turtley mech game, isn't it? Like, suddenly Time's like, okay, fine, we'll split this map in half. I'm cool with that. I'm going to get some mech out, some Thors and tanks, and some Blue Flame Hellions. Blue Flame is researched. Yes, yes it is. And Hellbats and cool stuff. Oh, yeah. You're going to pay for your choice to go Ling Bane Ultra against this, my friend. Although, I don't know. Ling Bane Ultra feels kind of amazing against like a handful of Thors and Hellbats and tanks. You really got to have a lot of stuff, but Time's maxed out. So maybe this is him freeing up some supply to build other stuff. I don't know. Hextech auto tracking's coming in. Building armor's getting researched. I mean, it's not a good engagement position here for the Zerg. Coming into this choke is a horrible thing for him. Well, he ducks the Thor and instantly kills it because cracklings getting a full surround on a Thor means the Thor is dead. There is no saving it there. Hellbats are surprisingly good against buildings, as per usual. Lingbane, another Thor abduct. Very beautifully done here. Lambo's getting that spellcaster play in. Ultralisk running away, gets sniped and killed. Once again, Lambo's like, look, I'm killing the Thors. Why can't I save my bases? It's because Terran, if you kill 50% of their stuff, they still have 50% of their stuff. And they've probably killed a ton of your stuff too. So it's rough, man. It is rough on us lower level players. The gods, the true gods of Zerg. Right? Serral, Raider, Dark, Rogue. They don't care about Terran. They make Terran look really bad, except unless you're Maru. But for everybody else, it's like, man, Terran has a lot of answers to Zerg here. I am just bad. I am not Serral or Raynor or Dark or Rogue, and I will complain about these guys all the live long day. Oh, Broodlords. Okay, so what is the success rate of Broodlords? In games that I've cast, where Broodlords show up in a ZVT. It's like... Well... I did start casting back when Broodlord Infestor was a thing, so that increases the numbers. I'd say maybe... Oh, that Thor got a... Was that an EMP? Yeah! Neuroparasited a ghost and EMP'd his buddies here, so none of them have any... Well, some of them have some energy. Most of them don't. Nice. Really nice stuff here. So, but just... How about since Legacy of the Void came out? What's the success rate of Broodlords? It's just... I don't know. I want to say it's not like 10%, but it's closer to 30%. And I guess really, especially since Thors were given their extra range attack that does extra bits of damage and is intended to kill Broodlords and carriers and battle cruisers and stuff, that is when the Broodlord really started to lose its feasibility. But you know, it's fine. Not every unit can be good at all times. It's just every time we see... Every time. Ha! Not even really a pun. Never mind. Every time we see a Terran player... Have to deal with Broodlords and like, oh yes, I have some Thors. Please hold. And the Broodlords are like, bye! And they leave. This +3 siege tank is like, I'll kill everything here. Don't mind me, boys. Widow Mines connecting on these Ultras, man. Widow Mines are big hits. Overseer in oversight mode in range of a turret. Ah! It does kill it before the turret goes down. There's another Overseer back up this way. A bit of a push left side with Ghost. Wow, Ghost Thor Hellbat. Do you want a base race? Your Broodlords are slow, says Time. How about that? Why don't I attack you where your Broodlords aren't? And just casually wipe out as many bases as I can. How does that sound to you, dude? Time is absolutely crushing it here. He was so patient. I thought he was making a mistake, letting LAMBO kind of take the whole map. But instead, he was just getting up to tech that he wanted. Again, this purple TSL, I love you guys. But holy smoke, sometimes your choice to go purple-yellow in all the games is bad. And then Time says, I don't want a base race. I don't want a base race, says Zerg. So, maybe he does? I don't know. What is he doing here? So it's a base for a base. That was just a little base trade there. That wasn't a base race by any stretch. One base dies, one base dies. LAMBO's got a bit of a bank, but Time is only about 400 meters behind him, so no one has that much of an advantage, I would argue. Liberator sets up in Spore range. Gets immediately obliterated. Fungal gets tossed down. And Broodlings are just getting tossed out of these Broodlords, as they are wont to do. Throwing your own children at these units to die and be killed. Man, Zerg is metal sometimes. Really metal. Abducting Liberators into Spore forests. Not really a... Oh, really? I don't know what that was for. Like, why would you assimilation complete that one? Why would you go into defender mode is what I'm asking after you've already got an assimilation to complete. Whatever. Whatever indeed. Hit that like button if you're enjoying this game, though. This kind of turned into something else, didn't it? Who says that Terran can't tech switch? They absolutely can. He tech switched right into mech. He's even got the upgrades for it. He's got +3 attack. He's got, +2 ground armor. He's working on +3 ground armor here. More ghosts on the way. Time has expanded a couple times up this left side. And if you could take this one... This is so... LAMBO's really enjoyed an income advantage here for most of this game. But I really think Time meching means it doesn't really matter as much as it necessarily could. Man, maybe more Liberator is one thing I would tell Time to do here, but I'm a little bit loath to try to correct him when he's so good at this game. Again, the best player in an entire country at StarCraft. Sure, it's China, where most people play, I don't know, Dota over there. They like Dota and League of Legends in China. I think that's what they're into. But yeah, I think Time is just playing an economic game. He's like, look, I'm going to take these bases and this one, and maybe just set up over here too, because there is a couple, 3,000 gas over there. I could use that for my mech strategy. Fungal goes down, EMP goes down too. Broodlings coming in. Blue Flame Hellbats are cleaning them up pretty quickly, but is it quicker enough? Blue Flame Hellbats are like, nom 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 nom, flame. Flame here. The Thor's getting slowed by the Fungals, not taking a ton of damage from the Fungals, but getting slowed so they can't chase the Broodlords as well here. Spore's getting big hits off. Baneling's just crashing into Thor's. Not exactly what you want to do here from LAMBO, but more Banelings coming in. Blinding Cloud is something to micro out of for sure here. And the Broodlords overextend just a little bit, but Time does not take advantage of that. So yeah, this is definitely not going to be as much of a non-stop, knock them down, drag them out, drop everywhere, attack everywhere, defend everywhere kind of a game. This is much more of a slow, plodding, mechy style thing. Take as much of the map as you can, take as many of the resources as you can, and then when it all comes down to it, you can withstand and make better trades against the Zerg army than the Zerg army can make against you. Yes? Yes, I believe that's how this is going to work out. +3 flyer attack on the way. The Broodlord strike attack. They do a strike attack with their Broodling. That's them. Then the Broodlings chew on stuff, and that's their attack. They get from melee attack upgrades. And they get armor from the ground armor. That's ground carapace attack upgrades there, too. So, yeah, these Broodlords are going to hurt, for sure. And if you want to make some Corruptors in case Time ends up going for a base race, and he floats his buildings against you, which would be pretty smart. A few Corruptors with +3 attack would be really nice. Yeah, chomp, chomp, chomp. Oh, the chompiness. That Thor, is there Thor going to die to Broodlings? That should not happen. There are some SCVs here for repair, because Time's now floating about 4,000 minerals and 4,000 gas. LAMBO's at 5,000 minerals and 2,400 gas himself. So both players pretty happy economically. Time losing some SCVs, but I don't know how much he really cares about that. Once again, Banelings rolling into Thors is not exactly going to do much for you. Another, oh, and then, okay, most of the group comes up this way. Interesting. So he just sacks this planetary. It's going to rack up some Broodling kills to attack up this way into LAMBO's natural and kind of go after his third here. Okay, really go after his third here, too. Honestly, killing this base would be nice. Going after some of his tech in the main base would be awesome, too. And this is, again, taking advantage of the immobility of these Broodlords because they're not good at chasing. They're good at sieging. But they're very slow. Is this our engagement here at 2640? Ah! Sword and Tail's going on, but Blinding Cloud was down. Broodlords are just kind of sitting here firing away, taking some splash damage hits from these Liberators. Thor's not doing great attacking the Broodlords. They're mostly getting chewed up by these Broodlings here. Wow, Corruptors eating up the Liberators. Is this, the Thors need to focus. There we go. Broodlord down, Broodlord down. When you're focusing the Broodlords, they die. There we go. Time maybe not doing the best job of it, but he got there eventually. But Time's down to 120 supply. LAMBO's at 162. The Broodlord count sits at 0. What did I tell you about the Broodlords, man? They have a really hard time. 26 Broodlords have died in this game. What? Time replacing Thors, Hellions, Liberators, more Ghosts. So what did he do? He wiped out this natural base, whatever. He wiped out this third base, also whatever. There's literally 150 minerals to take from that base. Ling, Baneling, Corruptor army trying to get some stuff done. They'll find some SCVs in the wrong side of the tracks. And maybe take down this planetary. Are there enough Lings? Yeah, with +3, maybe some Caustic Spray. There it is. Never mind, the army showed up. LAMBO backs out, 4 SCVs die, but the planetary lives. The planetary lives. It sounds like a horror movie from the 40s. I've told this story before, but man, I'm way too young for those old, like, Boris Karloff, The Mummy, Dracula, Creature from the Black Lagoon type stuff. Planetary down. Okay, we went to Ultras, LAMBO did. Remember when I was like, Ultras are bad? Well, just wiped out an entire planetary with 10 SCVs at it. That was pretty hot. Pretty hot indeed. Anyway, yeah, but my elementary school library had these little, like, illustrated picture book versions of these old horror movie classics, like, for kids. But it had, like, photos from the movie, so it was movie stills, not like kid animations or, like, arts or anything. And that's how I learned about things like The Mummy and, you know, Werewolf. Is that what it's called? I can't remember what that movie is called. Werewolf or whatever. Dracula. So all that classic stuff because of that series of books. I'm sure somebody put those together and was like, why are we doing this? Well, I don't know. It educated me in particular about the world of horror cinematography from like the 30s and 40s. But anyway, enough of this. We got Ultras. We're making more Broodlords, baby. LAMBO says, let's go. Let's do that stuff. But again, we're mining out these bases. This base is getting mined out. The minerals are shiny. That's how you know. And +2 arrow weapons on the way from time 2. He's like, that upgrade would have been nice when I was trying to kill these broodlords with my liberators to have, you know, further upgrades than 0. I love this little spine spore push. How often do you see spine crawlers attacking buildings? Not very often. So this is interesting all of a sudden. Both players are maxed out, but Lambo's making a little push into Time's main base. Time is... My gosh. Are we base racing this sucker? Dude, this is great. This is one of the more entertaining games we've had in a while. Like, sometimes it's nice to get away from, you know, the top 10 players in the world of StarCraft and get down into the top 25 and see what's going on, because this is awesome. Dude, Time again says, I really can't let you just do whatever you want to my buildings. So I'm going to come back and respond to this one. This group of ultras, just come down here and kill this base. That's what they're going to do, right? They're holding still. Not ideal. Okay, so they force a lift off there. Kill some more SCVs that way. It's 52 to 46 workers. Both players have... No! It's an Ultralisk surround. No, the Ghost got fungled too. Sick play from Lambo. Holy crap, but the Ghosts come out of it. They get some snipes off. Wow. Those Ultras die so fast. To the snipe. Trying to snipe. Okay, the Ghosts lived. They got fungled and messed with their ability to snipe for a second. But it's back now, baby. There's 13 of them. Army value is 102 to 94 in favor of Time. It's not a lot, but it's A-okay. How many Ultras have died in this game? 14. 18 Thors have died, so, I mean, Lambo's given as good as he's gotten here for sure. This base of Lambo's dies. We are still kind of mining up this way. Moondance is a fairly big map for this kind of a game. There are a lot of places to mine. Oh, we just called down a bajillion mules. There are 9 mules called down to mine this base out as fast as terribly possible. There's already been some mining happening here, so it shouldn't take too long for that. Once again, Lambo says, well, let's get back to our regularly scheduled program here of me trying to wipe out, I don't know, your main base. How about that? Let's get your natural. Let's get your third. Let's spread some creep on up here, see what you can do about that big shot. Oh, no, this Thor. Wrong place, wrong time, buddy. I mean, you're going to die with a lot of kills. Get off the ramp. Kill the... For like transfer. Okay, now he's dead. Snipe, snipe! Another Ultralisk dies while fleeing. Fungal's getting thrown down. Kind of a whiff there, but again, Fungal's a projectile. This factory is actually messing with Time's ability to maybe respond to this, but he's able to long-range snipe those Broodlords. 2 of them are very close to dead. Army value 118 to 119. Is this getting an epic tag? This game is so close right now. EMP is getting thrown down. Blinding Cloud, really good here. Broodlings continuing just to chew and chew and chew and chew. Creep Tumor sniped out. Creep is going to recede here. For now, Lambo pulls back a little bit. Is Broodlord still alive? This guy's got 4 kills and 60 HP. He's not exactly a happy Broodlord, but he could be less happy. He could be extremely dead. So Time continuing to mine this out, continuing to mine this out. Yeah, these bases are really what matter for him. I think that Lambo would be maybe better served killing this and taking it rather than trying to attack into the main base and the natural and a third base of Time like this. I don't know. I'm not sure if Lambo has the right idea, but smells the trap. Trap from both sides. It's a flake. Ah, holy crap. Fungals and blinding clouds and ghosts dying on everything, and everybody on the ground is getting wiped out, and Lambo. Wow! That was a beautifully executed attack. Comes in from 2 directions, gets Blinding Cloud down, gets Fungal down. Army value 85 to 58 after that little shenanigan. And I like it. I love that from Lambo. What an absolute boss. That was sick. Oh no, now there's Lings everywhere inside the natural base of Time, which doesn't matter as much. Perhaps. Broodlord's taking some direct hits here, but Ling's messing with that, as they do. I think... Oh, Thor dies. What? Is this your GG? Is this the end of Time? Wow, Time. He tried Tamaru, and sometimes trying Tamaru, it doesn't work out for you as well as you want. Although, I don't know. It's 78 to 73 total supply. Time's still producing here. These Lings aren't doing crap against all these 3/3 Marines with ghosts. The Broodlords are kind of in full retreat, which doesn't make any sense at all. Fungal catches about 5 of the ghosts there. The Lings come back in. This is such a chaotic situation. It was bait. Was it bait? Time says, must hold the ramp with ghosts. Ugh, Thor down. I think I was trying to neural parasite that Thor, but it died right as that neural parasite tentacles showed up. Oh, neurals that. Oh, now he gets it. But the nope, saves his bacon again there. More Thors coming out. What is happening? 54 to 48 army supply. Both players have about 1,000 minerals. Ghost dying to Lings, never good. No, it's the ghost count. What is the ghost count at? 0. 0 ghosts. Can this be done without ghosts? I don't know. These Thors are just kind of chomping away. Time making more ghosts, more Marines, more Thors. Ultralisks coming in from LAMBO. He says, surely Ultralisks will be what it takes to slam the door on this game. I told you, is this getting an epic tag? This is one of the closest, craziest CVTs I've cast in a long time. Okay, there was a Cerro Mario game from a while ago. That was awesome. This is not that, but it is very good. And I think it deserves an epic tag. It's been a while since I've had one, and this is just 131 to 131 supply equal at 35 and 50. 72 to 72 army supply. I mean, this income from Time, so the income tab, dipping down into Time's favor, barely kind of hanging out with LAMBO now. This base of his is running. This base of his is running. Free Thor, though. No. Let the Thor gets out and then immediately gets executed. That's what you get for breaking free of my mind control. Nice fungal. The Ultras can't engage with this. They're so bad. Dude, I haven't seen this many Ultras made in a hot minute. 17 have gone down, and there are 21 Ultralisks today. LAMBO's decided to go with. He is channeling Falcon. It's like, you know, that Falcon guy, his ZVT is kind of garbage. Why did I do what he does? Ow, this little Ling attack into this base of Times. I feel like this should have happened, oh, I don't know, 10 minutes ago. More SCVs dying. There's only 40 workers here from Time, but he does have the power of the orbitals at his disposal. So the mules will help him, even though he's only got, you know, he's down 15 total workers here. LAMBO's retaking this base on the right side at the 3 o'clock position. That's how desperate he is for money right now. He's got 26 minerals in the bank. This top right base is mining out. The one just to the south of it is also mining out here. And Lings and Banelings rolling into Time's attempt to have this base again. Pulling the ghost back, Marines in the front, pre-split, and LAMBO says, okay, I don't have a ton of army. I really can't afford to sacrifice these Lings and Banes into here. Oh, this is so smart, though. The attack's over this way. Infestor's dying is a big deal. 2 of them die there. They do get a nice fungal off. Liberator's shots on them. Oh, the Ultras are big. And no, come back in. Kill both of these bases. Why? Why does LAMBO pull back? Oh, I thought he pulled back so we could move in and kill this while the distraction was happening. But he just kept his Lings and Banelings over here. And they didn't do anything. There was a window. LAMBO's going to watch back this replay and be like, I could have killed Time. I could have done it right there. Kill all these SCVs. Kill all these SCVs. Time's income plummets. He's trying to go for the Ling Ultra surround here, but I don't think there's enough Zerg. Dude, the snipes on the Ultras are so good. They're getting some good chomps. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Dead, dead, dead. Ultras dying. 56 to 35 army supply. Dead GG time. Time wins the game in 38 minutes. What? Dude, hit that like button if you enjoyed that game. I really feel like you should. Whoa. That is definitely worth a Sunday cast. I didn't know it was going to be when I started it, but holy crap. Dude, when Time was backed up in his own main base, just backed into a corner, all he was getting was like, I'm making Marines and like a one Thor at a time out of these, maybe two Thors at a time out of these factories, maybe a ghost or two. And he's just holding and Lings are rallying in and Banelings, and there's Broodlords up here firing away at everything. That hold was legendary for him. I just called it GG. I did. I called it GG. I was like, you know what this game is? This game is over. LAMBO has defeated Time. I thought Time would play better. And then Time just, holds here, casually pushes LAMBO back, and then wins the game. And sure, LAMBO, there was a window when just now Time was attacking over here, or LAMBO was, and then Time responds with everything he's got because he has to. LAMBO doesn't come in and wipe out some SCVs. I'm not sure he knows this exists. Does he know? He's got to know this exists. Hold on. And camera. Oh, no. He doesn't know there's a base. He attacked it once, didn't he? Ay, caramba. Dude, resources lost today. LAMBO lost 105,000 resources. I can't remember the last time I had a 1v1 Legacy of the Void game where there were 105,000 lost resources. I can't. I'm trying to think of a single one. And I don't know that I can't think of one. What's also incredible in this game, number one, LAMBO lost 13 drones today and lost the game. 13 drones and killed 127 SCVs. If that doesn't tell you the power of Terran and their ability to absorb worker hits and rely upon mules, I don't know what else will. You kill 127 SCVs and lose 13 drones, and you'll lose. That is demoralizing. Is it because LAMBO made 21 Ultras and they all died? Maybe. Honestly, maybe. 1,104 Zerglings died. Do they have the upgrades? Heck yes, they did. 3-3 and Adrenal, baby. We had Infestor play. We had Viper play. We had Ghosts doing all sorts of shenanigans in this game. 47 Ghosts went down. 37 Infestors. I mean, maybe more Nidus play would have been good for LAMBO. That does seem to be something that can kind of pull Terrans apart these days, is multiple Niduses in multiple places, kind of making them worry about that stuff. I mean, Nidusing lurkers into their main. Every elite Zerg player does that these days. So maybe get on board. Maybe get on board with that strategy. Oh, oh my gosh. Epic tag, man. One of the better ZVTs I've seen all year. Maybe the ZVT of 2022. Dude, the tech switch, too. I love that from Time. He made a bunch of Marines and Marauders. Okay, only 10 Marauders in this game. That's kind of nuts, actually, that he only had that many. Well, 17 plus 2, it's like 20. Whatever. But then it was the Thors and the tanks, right? 34 Thors, 19 siege tanks. No battle cruisers either. This is traditional mech. This is Hellbats and Liberators and tanks and Thors and Widowmines, kind of. He didn't no battle cruisers at all, so not even battle cruiser mech. This is Time doing traditional mech and taking out LAMBO. What a boss. What an absolute boss here today. He lost 3 planetaries, a command center, and 3 orbitals. And died. Yeah, I didn't really feel like Time, his strategy of, yeah, you're killing one of my bases, I'll kill one of your bases. And then come deal with you later with my very slow Thor army. I didn't think that was great, but by gosh, it worked out. Oh, how many hatcheries did he kill? Only 7, and he got a win. You know, that's pretty impressive. Usually you need 10 to beat a Zerg player, but maybe that 10 only applies to, like, the 4 horsemen of the Zergs, right? Yeah, maybe that's all. Yeah, and both players' main base is really just kind of hanging out for 40 minutes as well. Good. So fun. Such a fun ZVT. Loved it. All right, cool. So that right there is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.